Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all your support. Enjoy the video. Alright, Teacher Talking Sports here with yet another MLB Mount Rushmore. I believe I've now done 7 of these, so this will either be the 7th or the 8th of 32 teams, doing them daily, going in alphabetical order. So yesterday was the Cincinnati Reds, and it's kind of fitting because they're officially the Cleveland Guardians starting today. So today's is the Cleveland franchise. Has been a long history for Cleveland, starting in 1894. From 1894 to 99, they were the Grand Rapids Rustlers. In 1900 were the Cleveland Lake Shores. In 1901, we were the Cleveland Bluebirds. In 1902, the Cleveland Broncos. 1903 to 1914, the Cleveland Naps. Cleveland Indians from 1915 to 1921. And this year, they will start as the Cleveland Guardians. So a long history. Includes 2 World Series championships in 1920 and 1948. So it has now been 73 years since their last World Series championship. But let's get started. So 4 best players in team history as a subjective list. I definitely expect there to be some disagreement. Let me know in the comments. It was really hard leaving one specific guy off, and I'll name some honorable mentions at the end. All right, let's get into it though. We are going to start with Bob Feller. Bob Feller, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. Unfortunately, passed away a little less than a year ago at the age of 92. Historic career includes 8-time All-Star, member of the 1948 World Series winning team, and an ERA title. If we scroll down to his stats, he played his entire 18 seasons with the Cleveland franchise. Actually, they were the Indians that whole time. And missed 3 years in the military, or else he may have probably would have reached the 300 win mark, because it was in the prime of his career when he left for the military. Altogether, in his 18 seasons with the Cleveland, 266 and 162, 3.25 ERA, 2,581 strikeouts. Legendary career for Bob Feller. As you can see, a lot of black ink. Led the league in wins 6 times, ERA once, complete games 3 times, shutouts 4 times, innings pitched 5 times, strikeouts 7 times, whip twice. Definitely a deserving place on this list. In 1940, he won what's now known as the pitching triple crown, because he led the league in wins with 27, ERA 2.61, and strikeouts 261. The Cy Young wasn't an award until 1956, which was the last year of his career. You figure if it was around earlier, he probably would have won at least a couple in his career. So Bob Feller. Next, we got Napoleon Joy, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. Let's look at his career numbers. Started with Philadelphia, but then moved on to Cleveland starting in 1902, and played with them till 1914. In those parts of 13 seasons, LaJoy hit .339 with an .840 OPS, 55% better than the average hitter, 919 RBIs, 865 runs scored, 2,047 hits, 424 doubles, and 240 stolen bases. Fun fact, so from 1903 to 1914 were the years he was on them for the full season. They were actually known as the Cleveland Naps. That's how much of a impact he made. The team was named after him in his tenure, and the year he left, they moved on to being the Indians. So yes, that's I think that's the main reason why he should be on here. But even so, even without that, he had a great career with Cleveland, three-time batting champ, led the league in hits three times, doubles three times, RBIs once. As you see, that 1904 season led the league in hits, doubles, RBIs, batting average, on base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS. Amazing. Amazing year and amazing tenure with Cleveland for Napoleon Joy. Nap is on the Mount Rushmore. Next, we got Tristan Speaker. Tristan Speaker was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. One of the most underrated superstars probably in MLB history. Of course, played, a lot of his career more than a century ago, but you look at his numbers and, they pop off the page. He played 11 seasons with Cleveland, started his career with Boston. So he played with Cleveland from 1916 to 1926. So he was a member of Cleveland's 1920 World Series championship team. In his 11 seasons with Cleveland, batted .354 with a .965 OPS. 155 stolen bases, 1,965 hits, 1,079 runs, 886 RBIs, 857 walks to 146 strikeouts. I get it, completely different era than today, but it's amazing when a player has more walks than strikeouts in a season today. Never mind that more than 5.5 to 1 walk to strikeout ratio while with Cleveland. He led the league in doubles 6 times while with Cleveland, and he's actually the MLB's all-time doubles leader with 792. Of course, not all of that was with Cleveland, but well more than half of it was. Also led the league in RBIs once, won the batting title in 1916 when he hit .386. Also led the league in on-base percentage and slugging that year. Tristan Speaker, kind of a no-doubter as well. And the last guy on the Mount Rushmore is a more modern guy after 3 older players. We got Jim Thome. Jim Thome was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. One of the all-time great sluggers. Spent his career with Cleveland from 1991 to 2002 and played 22 games with them as well in 2011. So in his parts of 13 seasons with Cleveland, hit .287 with a solid .980 OPS, 337 homers, 937 RBIs, 928 runs scored, 1,353 hits, over 1,000 walks, leading to a .414 on base percentage. As you could see, in his time with Cleveland, had 3 seasons with at least 40 homers, had at least 30 homers in 7 of his seasons with Cleveland. His best year probably was in 2002, actually his last season with Cleveland, when he hit career high 52 homers, walked 122 times, batted .304, had a career high 1,122 OPS. Was an incredible season, but altogether he had 6 years of at least 100 runs scored. 6 years also of 100 RBIs while with Cleveland. And he was on 2 pennant-winning teams in 1995 and 1997. Unfortunately, they lost to the Braves in 1995, and they lost to the Marlins in 1997. So, not able to win a World Series with Cleveland. And as I mentioned earlier, Cleveland's been waiting a long time for that. But I did want to include one somewhat more modern guy. And Jim Thome is well deserving to make the Cleveland Mount Rushmore. So as we finish off, let's take a look at the 4 guys again. We got Bob Feller, Napoleon Joy, Tristan Speaker, and Jim Thome. It was very hard for me to leave off Lou Boudreau, who spent his whole career in Cleveland, is in the Hall of Fame. Let me know in the comments below if I should have included him. Other honorable mentions I want to name include Stan Kovaleski, Addie Joss, Bob Lemon, Corey Kluber, Earl Averill, Kenny Lofton, Larry Doby, Albert Bell, and Omar Vizquel. All those guys have a claim to being on this Mount Rushmore, but you know, that's why these Mount Rushmores are hard. You can only include 4. It's Feller, LaJoy, Speaker, and Thome. Let me know in the comments below who you would include in your Cleveland Mount Rushmore. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.